Hello, everybody. So this week is going to be a little bit different. I'm doing a reaction video to Fatboi Sharif, someone whom I've never heard of before, and I got a comment from Otter Donnelly, 9959, so thanks for your comment. 4 days ago, he says, interesting to hear you speak on this topic, and this was, of course, in reference to the hip-hop video I did last week. And he goes on to say, would love for you to do a listening of Fatboi Sharif. His music actually fits your usual theming. So thanks for the recommendation. And here it is. So I haven't heard of this guy at all, so I'm excited. I am a music fan of everything. I listen to everything. So, and I'm a huge hip-hop fan. Grew up with it as a kid, obviously, blah, blah, blah. So let's get going with it. Here we go. So this looks like 10 minutes. First of all, I like the art. So this looks like a 10-minute video or 10-minute song. So let's get into it.
Hold on.
And by the way, I should mention, I haven't listened to anything from this guy. I know nothing about him, so I sequestered myself on purpose so that I could make a video that a video that was going to be fresh. Just to make that clear.
Difficult. Now, let me make one thing clear. I think that, so far as I know, I say this, it is a private matter for the local authorities.
All along the watchtower where the harps lay, final spirit as they stargaze, quiet kept captive in a car chase. Digitized mind, art displayed, seen victims, not at all safe. Final flight.
First of all, I'm digging this intro. It's taking me back a little bit. It's got kind of a Cannibal Ox vibe, like early, like Company Flow and Aesop, the early Aesop Rock stuff, and those guys. It's kind of got that. I'm getting kind of a Big Just sort of feel too, that kind of sound. So this is really, really good.
I sparkle from the incense joy.
We're off to a good start.
Monsters in the closet, crabs in the sea, the timeline tragic, asking police.
And sure enough, when you pick up the telephone, the person we're just thinking.
Sending emergency. My mom just stepped in the family, that's right. Is she getting hurt? Stop it! Send the police, please. Okay, we're gonna be there. We're taking your right now.
And said on this night,
sun enhanced, bloody footprints near the Thunder Ranch. Robot left brainless, carbonized mummy hands. Solar crop thesis, fear of God defense. Passion project body wounds, lower deep in chained murder spree. State of emergency, hard player search your sound. Beware surgery. Channel 27, war worlds hitting language. State of Mercury, set flames. Apocalyptic time with train tracks. Brew addict vein. Pink gunpowder. Fluoring the moon at a spot. 2 millions, my mind's out. Ate the spine of crooked lawyers.
said on this night.
Time out.
So dystopian, dark. Gonna keep going, but so far, definitely very. This is this is what artistic expression is all about. This is what hip hop is all about. you know, just kind of expressing yourself. So
Smell fear from a planet, held everything. This is diluted, hazardous wedding ring. Crawl wild side, tongue kiss, corpse bride. Heaven's gate effect, minds of men. Risky nigga, itchy the killer. All assume Sun Ra opened up for Satan at the Bowery Ballroom.
Sun Ra opened up for Satan.
Takes or accepts the premise that man is not a creature to be redeemed, but one who must recognize within himself his own potential, his own liability, and deal with them accordingly.
So this is very, very dialogue sample heavy.
We feel
This reminds me of Big Just made a record that was like when George Bush was president, and it was just lots and lots of like George Bush talking, kids reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, this really dark dystopian sound, and with some, you know, sort of overtones of like, you know, these people, these dark controllers are trying to get one over on us. And so this is really this is familiar territory as far as like what I've listened to before, what kind of groups that I like.
do you believe in this?
Now this is an EP, of course, right? So this is going to be not like a necessarily just a track on an album, but maybe this EP will have, maybe it's just this track, or depends on how you want to do an EP. You might put 2 tracks or 3 tracks on there.
Spells and possessed witches, poison the crib with dirty nails, rubber room caption, Polaroid happenings, Bible on the dashboard, suicide faction, sand cold, orange hole, dead body by a rainbow, touched by an angel. I've drank blood of the spoil, took land, traded awful, grew a monster that's financially secure that'll destroy you. I built myself, ceiling smell, I am ours, I wanna kill myself. Swallow razor blades, planted onion trees, in front the riot's country. Ask my mother, does God still love me?
This is definitely end of Empire music, right? This is what we're listening to.
And he asked one simple question. He said, would you? It's okay.
I could probably sit down with this kid and, kind of vibe with him and see where he's at. And then wherever he's at, maybe, listen to him. Listen to his story, how he's seeing the world, and maybe, talk about some interesting perspectives, let's say. Some interesting things. I don't know anything about this kid. I know he's a young guy. Saw a picture on YouTube, like a thumbnail. I'm like, all right, this guy looks like he's like, I don't know, 20 something. Now, my question is he doing... is he just a rapper? Is he, composing the records, doing the samples, putting together the beats, that kind of stuff? Like, what's he? Is he kind of like a virtuoso? We talking about, a guy like that, DJ, rapper, etc., doing all the things, or? I'm not even going to look. I'll just ask you guys. But maybe is this arrangement done by someone else, and then he's writing the lyrics and rapping.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Crash test dummy, the city on fire. Dr. Bombay and Jim on the skin grab, giving gold, hitting in the cells.
You know, this is a pretty wild first reaction video, I gotta admit, right? To listen to an EP like this is it's pretty wild.
One unfortunate in a life vessel. Division soul seance solar system. Got a couple wounds of a domestic disturbance. Dream-spirited thought. Swimming Negro spirited road trip. Burning carcass in the ocean. Miss Taylor turned 103 years of cyborg years. Pressure point to God for us grander. Everlasting pregnancy poltergeist. Possession altered. Laser rays. Distinguished byware from a child assassination. Sex cells cancer farm. Profit honeycomb cardio in the final form of a speeding bullet. Cold chaotic prison brain dead in the division. The wall sweating with calories. Salt and vinegar chips. Aroma over fentanyl campaign. The gold medal goes black. Surpassing the bull. Time lapse in the phone. Media hit earth with fear and loathing. Orgasm from a gun.
I've been trying to get in touch with anything that the enemy has attacked him with, that every onslaught of the enemy will cease and stop from this night on. I break any generational curses. I break any word curses spoken over him. And I pray once again that the power plotted,
That's really good.
or planned or schemed against him, I break it in the name which is above every name.
Extend your hands to this brother.
Everyone, extend your hand this way.
Save us from terror networks called sacrifice in front of my family. Granted in hope, retire harm, serve fire alarm. The preschool ran straight into the firing squad. Surrounded, no feelings. Shadow bent me for myself. Mental illness, sensual, finished cold. Blood drips at language, brought back the pink rose. I'm hurt from you, I'm hurt from me. Every night I bleed self-destruction, family tree.
So just a little perspective, you know, I mean, when I first started listening to hip hop, it was like LL Cool J, and it was like, you know, UTFO and stuff. And you'd hear like, you know, Grandmaster Flash. And so, I mean, we've come such a long way, guys. You know, back, you would hear guys like, my name is Ray, and I hit this, you know, like this kind of stuff. And fast forward, and I've seen, you know, I grew up breakdancing. I mean, the whole thing, I was all in. And I'm hearing this stuff now. It's just like in my lifetime, guys. I don't know, you know, how old you guys are, or the guy or Otter Donnelly who recommended this, but I've seen so much change in hip hop. It's just so crazy. But the thing, you know, the interesting thing is in hip hop or any artistic expression is that it's wide open. You know, anything with art is totally wide open, and how you express and what you're saying about the times that you're living in and what you're seeing in front of you, that's all on the table, right? And this guy, Fatboi Sharif, is he's obviously feeling into that expression.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
And this may be the most unconventional reaction like video, because this is like this is pretty deep listen. And I'll tell you, the stuff I like to listen to, I mean, it's really all over the map. So if you think, because I do all this, I've done all this stuff on like occult and deep psychology and mysticism and, word magic and all this kind of stuff. If you think I'm just listening to like, I don't know, what are people listening to, then, it's this isn't what I'm listening to all the time. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm not listening to this stuff all the time. I appreciate it. I understand it. And it's wonderful. And this sort of thing, we need people, we need artists to really, express themselves in a way that is not, that's just really, truly authentic to them. And this feels like that.
I want to say one last thing, and I'm very conscious of the time.
Hands first aliens, acoustic courtside in the jungle. We wore 300-pound children toys for large bundles. Shot down my infant, why bother? Rather powder, bulletproof vessel aimed outside, broad outcome. Over millions, storm drill, uphill, and a sandstorm paradise moored still. PJ Harvey say the projects with copyright infringement.
Shout out to PJ Harvey, huh? Okay, so that's it. So first of all, I appreciate the recommendation. Okay, now this particular track, I'm not going to be driving in my car listening to this. I'd hear this a couple of times. It definitely gives me that like Big Just and those guys. I would guess he's I could be totally wrong, but I would guess he's East Coast guy, and he's got some of those influences. The East Coast stuff is like just dirty, grimy. Everything's just kind of noisy. It's not clean at all, right? Everything's just kind of munched together and just dirty and like not. It's just imperfect and beautiful like life. And so, a lot of East Coast groups that have come with this like sort of really dark dystopian vibe. It's got that kind of feel to it. So that's pretty good. Again, I'm not listening to it in the car or anything, and I like, give me the ones and twos and give me a good beat. Give me that like, boom bap. There's a channel I've been listening to on YouTube. That's just instrumental hip hop, just just that old school boom bap, original rap, as KRS says, that kind of stuff. So, but hey, there's room for everybody. So thank you for sharing it. I thought it was good. It's, anytime someone's going to express themselves in an artistic way, whether it's hip hop or any other kind of music, it's fantastic. So if you guys have other recommendations, send them my way. I'll check them out. I did see a bunch of names, rapper names mentioned in the chat from the video from last week that I'm not familiar with. So if you want to send me another recommendation, somebody, go ahead and maybe I'll do another reaction video if you guys like this one. Okay, cool. See you guys next week.